Joining, probably. Whoa, beautiful. Okay. See here, yeah. I just restarted the server, so Essential is obviously up to date. Everything looks good. Except the fact that in 1.19, before I upgraded, there was a giant weed cat over there. Well, Spigot from Scarlet Violet, but everybody calls him Weed Cat. There's my friend, apparently it's an NPC. He's not an actual player, it's an NPC that's designed to look like one using a plugin. See what I can do here. Man's good. I'll play for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't malfunction like it did in the last part compilation video. Over here. If it does, I'll have to end the video here and possibly play tomorrow. Well, the clip here. I might add more clips from tomorrow, I guess, because sometimes I record everything, or I might record one clip from one day and everything the next day. There we go. Got it. No food. No problem. Only 8 potatoes. Screw it. Okay. I know carrot heals more than a regular potato, but I'm pretty sure a baked potato heals more than a regular carrot. I don't know if you can bake carrots, but you know you can make golden ones, which are apparently rare or something. I don't know. You might need a lot of gold to do that. I don't know if it's the gold ingots or nuggets. Or it could be even blocks, I'm not sure. Huh. Even though I'm a veteran Minecraft player, I don't know much about the new updates other than what I've built, I guess. Yeah. Huh. Like, for instance, when I was playing I played Bedrock, and apparently I found on the school computers there was a way to, like, apparently they didn't block you from accessing the Microsoft Store, so I was able to log straight into my Microsoft account and play Bedrock, and I had a student watch me, and when I did this with the water, I put the half slabs on the water instead of over it. He got so confused. He was like, man, doesn't that destroy the water? I'm like, it does in old versions, but not in aquatic or above. He was so confused. And I literally showed him. If I were to break the water thing, like if I were to break one of these blocks here, there's still water, watch. Boom, still water. Perfect. Now we have to do this. Grab that potato. Now, of course, we love potatoes. We all do. People who don't like potatoes have probably been... Yeah, better not to make that joke. Huh. Now, I noticed something in my old videos. I would basically communicate to the player while talking. Like, you'll see... see that thing over there? What I would do is, like, I would have a fist and possibly go like that, pointing to there, and just shake my head, indicating, hell no, I'm not going over there. But you get the idea. Just by my mannerisms, you can probably see what I'm doing. So I might shake my fist if I hear music, might move in time with the music. Yeah, but now I can just do all this with the voice. But then if I just point over there to indicate there's a village, nobody knows why I'm pointing. If they don't see the commentary version. Huh. Wait, what's that? Oh. It's a full-grown carrot, I guess. Let's grab these potatoes. Right now the sun's setting, huh? Very beautiful in Minecraft at this time, especially with the Sildur shaders I'm using. Okay, this. Those are grown. Get it? Perfect. Okay. Now, poisonous potatoes, obviously. I know you can't do anything with them because one of the developers themselves said they don't want it to have a use, not even with the composter. They just want it to be throwaway garbage, and you eat it and you get poison or something. Huh. I wonder if they'll change his mind in the future. I'm not sure. Now, what's crazy is I remember people... I remember when I started playing Minecraft, I originally played it with 1.0, and then the next day 1.1 came out. I was so confused when I later heard that people said that the hunger bar was bad back in the day, and then the combat update came out, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Now what's funny is I actually never played Minecraft without the hunger bar because until like later on when I played earlier versions where you couldn't sprint, and I was like, okay, what the heck is this? Yeah, weird. I'm not that veteran, but I'm old enough that I've played the 1.0, I guess. Yeah. I remember 1.2 came out and I was so excited for jungles. Huh. Okay, carrots. Oh. Carrot cakes. Of course everybody's gonna go on whatever site and look up the specific bunny from Zootopia, Judy, whatever. I know her last name, but yeah. Well, Judy Hopps. Apparently, you don't want to go on those sites if you don't know what I'm talking about. And what's funny is in one of my videos, I referenced a site that actually had, because one of the timestamps in the navigation matched up with the numbers on the site, and I made a comment about it, and nobody got the reference. Wow. Here's the funny thing: the video was related to a different game series, not even Minecraft. I think it was RPG Maker, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was. Huh. And I recently released a video of another RPG Maker video some time ago. And I watched the comments of the old one, and they're like, "What does that whatever mean?" And nobody knew, so I pointed it out. Wow, such fun times on YouTube. I'm surprised. Well, I'll admit that I am into like cute stuff with. Yeah, probably not best to say the exact term, but I will admit that I'm surprised that half my fan base isn't even into that stuff. Huh. I'm not sure why I'm getting this like this talking about it, because I usually don't commentate. But, huh? Oh, let me see if I'm recording real quick. Yeah. The thing is, I'm legitimately surprised. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, there we go. There's a malfunction. Huh. Can't see anything on my Vive. Let me go ahead and disconnect to fix that. Working. Let's see. Ain't working. It is for now, probably. Okay. Going to survival. Huh. Oh, great. The second I join the server, one of my favorite Minecraft songs comes on, and then when I switch servers, it doesn't play until like later on. A different song. Can I join the server? Let me see. Because it thinks I'm joining a different world. That's weird. Go here. Switcher. It's my guy over there. See? Okay, we'll do /server. Now we can just type /server survival, or we can do /server and then just click survival, because the way Bungie Code works. Okay. Now one thing I did was I rebooted the server before starting the game right now. I also updated Terralith, because even though the version was compatible with 1.19, I was on 2.3.2, I believe. I checked the version, and I upgraded. It was only one version up, 2.3.3, but the patch notes didn't say support for 1.19.1 or 1.19.2. I find it strange, though. One thing I did notice was that in the hub world, even though I upgraded server to 1.19, I never upgraded Terralith, and surprisingly, it never crashed. See, oh no, don't want to do that. See, check real quick, make sure the updates are working. So we're gonna go to data pack. See, data pack list. I think we're gonna figure that out. 5 data packs enabled. Vanilla, obviously, Bucket, which is strange because I think Paper uses Bucket API, which is based off Spigot. And Spigot was originally based off Bucket. So I guess Bucket shows up as its own data pack. I don't know why. NullScape, yeah, that's one of the. What that does is that modifies the end, if I remember correctly, and it's from the same creator as Terralith. Incendium is basically the same as Terralith, but instead of modifying the Ender Overworld, it modifies Nether. The last one, Terralith, obviously that modifies the Overworld. So there we go. Here's the thing, I should mention that I do live with one of my grandparents, and apparently they're not very good at computers. Here's what I noticed they don't understand. A lot of times when I'm talking on games, they usually want to know who I'm talking to, especially when I was younger, because even if I was like narrating, they'd think I'm talking to someone, and they would want to know who was behind that to make sure. Obviously, I get it. Parents have the best intent for their parents have the best intent for their children, especially grandparents, because grandparents it was something they're because grandparents have the grandchildren, and apparently their children made their grandchildren, so they have even more love for them. That's what my mom told me. She always wanted me to have kids to because she wanted to know what it felt like to be a grandmother. Unfortunately, she passed away before I wasn't even married. I didn't have kids. She passed away recently, 3 days before my birthday, from overdose. Now, I admit she wasn't the best mom. Apparently, my grandparents saw her as a black sheep of the family because she was like the only one with well, she was the only one that had tattoos. She was the only one that smoked. My grandmother said they never smoked, although my grandfather did admit once he tried a cigar and he never did it again because he didn't like it. So let me just say this: while when I was born, while I didn't have really good parents because I never met my dad. He was basically a deadbeat, never paid child support. Well, I didn't have really good parents. I did have really good grandparents, despite the fact that I'll just say that my mother was adopted. They never gave birth to her, and that doesn't really matter because they were really good people, and they wanted to have children, but they couldn't, so they just went to adoption. Yeah, I guess. I don't know why I'm talking about all this, but I just wanted to let you know my backstory, I guess. You know, I'm just playing a game. I'm not going to mention anything about, like, any personal information, obviously, but I'm happy to say this. Because I think you guys should get to know me better as subscribers. See? Subscribers have a right to know who they're subscribing to. And what they believe in, I guess. But as long as, well, of course they should know what they believe in. But it shouldn't come to the point where people are attacking them over false things and trying to get them to lose their subscriber count. It's just awful. People do anything for clout these days. Now, while I admit some people may not have, like, the best opinion about things, their points are totally valid, but except for when their opinion is when they actually act on attacking others that don't have the same opinion. Now, obviously, I won't go into the morals of this. Like, if someone's doing something illegal and they have an opinion that it should be legalized, and everybody else disagrees, and it's legal in, like, most of the world, yeah, they're trash, but if it's legal everywhere and people are just attacking them over it because they don't agree with it, that's something that should be toned down. Like, you have a right not to like something if you don't like it, but if it's basically legal everywhere, like, there's no problems with politicians or something like that. Well, not everywhere, but in, like, let's say United States, like, majority countries. Like, if it's legal there, and, like, not every other country has abolished it, it should be fine. Now, the reason I say this is because there are some countries that, like, they might not even allow stuff like Like, you might not even be allowed to watch stuff that, I'm not gonna say it for obvious reasons, but they might ban everything they don't like. And those countries are just, yeah, even though they have controversial laws, they shouldn't be like that. So I'd say majority rule is best. Yeah. See here. But the only problem with that is when it's communities. That the majority of communities, I mean, if the majority rule for a community is basically like ostracizing the minority, and then like basically digging not only the minority's grave, but possibly their own grave in the process, and then the site shouldn't like, well, even though obviously they're probably gonna listen to them if it's a financial crisis, because if people are supporting that site and they find out the site does something they don't like, and they try to, and the minorities might like it, but they try to like screw everybody over. Apparently, what happens is, I forget my therapist, but apparently what happens is that even though they're trying to screw everybody over, digging their graves and basically digging their own grave in the process, that site, even if it's a financial risk, shouldn't listen to them. I'd rather have a site where it's like, where even if it does have problems like this with people attacking them, the site shouldn't listen, because if it actually does listen and it gets more popular because of that, it actually increases the risks of scams. Yeah, that's just awful. I don't get why people do that though. See if I'm recording now. Is my mic input working? I'm gonna have to end the video soon. Apparently my server's upstairs. Wait a minute. See something? Yeah, the speaker's working too. I heard something like the fire. I heard the campfire, so, and I saw the bar, so its speakers are being picked up. Okay, it's working. One thing I should mention though about, okay, good. Didn't cook any potatoes recently, but one thing I should mention about those, let me see, what was I gonna say? Thinking. One thing I should mention about those sites that like listen to everyone, even if they're saying bad things, is that they shouldn't be listening to people. It's like, well, obviously they should listen to people, but also pay attention to what the minority says. So a lot of the times, the majority are trying to silence the minority in fear and ostracize them. It's just awful. What's even worse is that, YouTube at this point, while I do like it, it's like a lot of people can make whatever they want. The only problem I have with people making whatever they want is the people who make content like what I just described before. They may have opinions that that basically conflict with the other people. And what's crazy is the YouTube gives you such powerful features. So what they might do is, like, if they have all these people, they might literally just I've seen this happen firsthand, honestly. So they might literally just go around and look for some comments of people supporting their strange, well, their beliefs that the minority should be censored. And then on the other hand, anyone who dares criticize them, they might like have their fan base attack them in the comments, and then literally say, don't attack anyone mentioned in the video, but they never mention the comments. Another thing, that they would also heart comments that actually agree with them. So obviously I can see that they're reading the comments and they're giving them hearts just for agreeing with them. That's messed up. Even though they're giving them hearts and being nice to people agreeing with them, since they're promoting beliefs that ostracize the minority, they shouldn't even be allowed to promote those beliefs on YouTube in the first place. In fact, one of the guys I saw doing this from the first 10 seconds of the video was a real shocker. I couldn't even get through half of it. So, that guy apparently showed a video in the first 10 seconds that you can obviously tell a dog was engaged in some act that I'm not even going to mention for the monetization reasons. But it was cropped, obviously. He didn't want to risk showing all the whatever. It was cropped, but you could obviously tell what was going on, and it was intended to shock. And what's crazy is while he did make some valid points about that shouldn't be allowed on the platform, because obviously it's illegal. He actually threw all that points he made out the window just to get something that's completely legal in most places banned, including the actual thing that was legal. Well, what I mean is, the site itself was based in the U.S. And even though basically what he just showed was illegal in the U.S. because it's obviously animal cruelty, the main point of the video was just to get something banned that wasn't even illegal in the U.S. and the little site listened to them when it wasn't even illegal. Now I've heard someone say it's banned in the UK. I haven't found any sources to back that up. Almost stepped on my campfire there. I'm not going to mention what it is, obviously. I don't want to take risks like that on my channel. Now, I did do a skit about me talking with a friend, and they pretty much agreed with me. The only problem is I decided not to post it. Because, well, one, narrating my gameplay, obviously, I'm talking about this problem. But I went in hard and explained the exact problem, and I fear that my subscribers won't support me if I do that, because obviously I don't know what their beliefs are, so I'm just going to keep everything vague to explain my point. Now, I honestly love my subscribers. I made a lot of, even though basically one of my videos blew up and it resulted in people subscribing to my channel, I loved them because they had the courage to subscribe. But even though they don't watch my videos, like, it's so sad. I have 7K subs, and it's mostly from this one video that got 2 million views that was basically uploaded from my PlayStation, from the internal PlayStation capture, not even a capture card. What's even more strange is that I edited it on YouTube Studio, and even though it was uploaded from PlayStation, it somehow got 2 million views. I saw it on trending one day when I came home from a vacation, and everybody was talking about it, even on the PlayStation communities, which is gone now because of the PS5. What I'll say is, even though they're subscribed, the video itself is in Minecraft story mode. Here's the thing, I'm playing regular Minecraft now, well, Minecraft VR with Vivecraft. And apparently, even though I'm doing this, and that video has 2 million views, and one of the most the most popular video on my channel involving Minecraft, even though it's story mode, when I play regular Minecraft, nobody watches. It's only like 10 views. And that's funny because even though I play a wide variety of games like Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto, I even have a capture card to record PS5 gameplay. Here's the thing, nobody actually cares. They just want to see the old video from like when Minecraft Story Mode Season 1 was a thing before Telltale shut down, and it still gets views to this day. Like, I remember seeing on the most popular videos as of the week, it was still getting like 500 views. And it's like, I remember I once went on vacation. It was the Symphony of the Seas, world's biggest cruise ship, and I had 100 subscribers at my time. And what happened was, apparently, when I came home, I checked my YouTube channel because apparently the internet at like in the middle of the ocean isn't very good. Now, I think when I was in one of the islands, which is based off the U.S., I did check my YouTube channel, but I don't remember seeing that many subscribers. The video was like 200. But when I got home and I was on the drive home, what happened was I saw that I had 600, and I'm like, what? Did my channel suddenly blowing up? And it eventually kept growing and growing till I had 6 million. I was playing Red Dead, and then I eventually had 7 million. Sadly, when I hit 7.2 million, well, not million, I mean thousand. I am not that popular yet. When I hit 7.2 thousand, what ended up happening was I just stayed there and hovered, and I was kind of like hovering around 7.2. One time I hit 7.3, and then it went back down because apparently nobody was interested. And then it went to 7.2, and just staying there. So if you guys could have really spread the word out about my channel, maybe I can make gaming videos, it would be really interesting. I would love to see this channel get popular, but the only downside I've seen with popular channels that I'm subscribed to is that a lot of people go around in the comments with their profile picture and literally just post Bitcoin, NFTs, all that garbage. Now, well, I did do some... I never actually purchased cryptocurrency, but I actually have received it once. And I'm not going to mention it. I didn't buy, obviously, NFTs because I don't want to pay for an overpriced JPEG of a ape. Now I admit that I'm not into NFTs or anything, but I just rather just go around to like some artist and maybe like have them draw maybe like cute animal. If I ever make a game, that would be good. But I'm not the kind of guy to go around spending thousands of dollars on low res JPEGs of monkeys that are each unique in their own way, but are basically a monkey or ape, whatever it's called. Yeah, I'm not that kind of guy. Apparently, a lot of gamers hate those people, and they do it for good reason because they're apparently because those people are literally buying up GPUs in bulk and either selling them for higher prices or using them to literally mine cryptocurrency, which ends up over time, the more years they do it. Okay, I'm not pressing anything, but apparently my thumbs are sweating. So what's happening is I'm moving because um my thumbstick, well, not a thumbstick, but whatever pad it uses, similar to the pad on the um Steam controller when that was a thing. I think it still is though. Well, I have the Vive Pro controller with a little circle pad. Apparently, the circle pad is wet right now because my thumbs are sweating. And apparently, when I move, I sometimes linger in that direction though. So I'm probably gonna have to clean these controllers after I'm done playing. Here's the thing though, I do like my headset cable, but it's like even though it's like halfway across my room, kind of, it gets a little bit too long. It gets tangled. Now, when I remember recently I went to get new glasses. And I actually brought the VR headset without the cable to see if the glasses would fit underneath the cable. Now you might notice when I do check the recording like I'm going to do right now, I actually lean towards the monitor. That's because lifting up the headset lifts up my glasses and I don't have very good eyesight. Here's the thing, I actually did try playing VR without glasses. It was blurry, but if I used those cheap $20 phone Google Cardboard things on Amazon, which you can buy, they actually don't really need glasses as long as I hold them down, apparently. But I think they should work with glasses with the one I have. Now, here's the thing I noticed, so I record my videos in 3D. The way I do this is I have the game set to output both eyes, side by side, and I map it to a square in OBS. Once that's done, I do some magic using the program FFmpeg, from which most of you Linux guys will be familiar with, because it's a popular video editor in FFmpeg. Even though it doesn't really edit the videos, it's good for like copying the data streams from the videos without actually re-encoding them and causing quality loss. So what I can do is just copy the data streams of just the segments I want, and then when I'm done, I copy everything into one video. And then basically what I would do from there. Is my headset malfunctioning? Well, as I said, what I would do from there is I would basically have all the. Okay, bad timing because the music came on. So what I would do is have all the audio streams outputted and then just map one audio stream, whatever, to whatever I need, because I have one audio stream for just the game and one audio stream for my commentary. Okay, whatever. Let me see. Is my mic recording? Looks to be. Okay, whatever that just was my. I don't know. Let me just say that my laptop or my peripherals decided to troll me while also give me an example of exactly what I was trying to talk about so I can show you guys. So it's like it helped me, but it also wanted to troll me. I'll explain once I connect to the server. Survival. Well, obviously I'm on the Bungee server, and that takes me to the hub by default. So I go to /server, and then I type, let's see. No, that's a space. See. I hate how when I join, the music immediately starts to play, then when I switch, it doesn't continue. It just stops until later on. It's weird. Okay, now that I'm here, let's explain what just happened. So while I was recording and talking about how I edit my videos with OBS and FFmpeg and all that, I don't remember exactly where I was, but my mic and my headset cut out. And while I was talking, well, here's the thing. I likely edit after the fact once all the clips are recorded. Obviously, don't edit while I'm doing the clips. So likely what I just did was, obviously you guys don't want to see me, my mic cut out and me standing there in confusion trying to fix things for 5 minutes. So likely I just cropped the clip to the where just before malfunction, or right when it started to, so you don't wait till not immediately when it started to. So there you go. Now the way I edit in OBS is here's what I do. I have several audio tracks. Now what I could do is have all the input sources on a separate track and their own track. But the thing with that is, if I wanted to merge them, it would be harder in FFmpeg because I have to tell it exactly what to do. So what I did instead was I have two speaker inputs that are virtual with special software, and from my OBS tutorial, I think there's better ways to do this in OBS, but apparently the tutorial I watched from 2020, they might have introduced something better, and I can't figure out how to do it. So basically what I did was, I have two speaker inputs, and when I start Steam VR, it automatically changes everything to my VR headset. That's not what I want. What I would do is, I set the virtual speaker input, and I set the virtual speaker input, whatever, VCOM, whatever, I forgot the name. I set it as the default device, and set the voice meter, which I know the name, as default communications. Now I have to make sure that both my Vive, my Vive speakers and both those virtual speakers are set to not take exclusive mode, because when I take exclusive mode, I noticed in OBS, it was hearing my friend and me, but I couldn't hear my friend, I could only hear the game for the call. And here's the thing. So instead of just separating everything on audio track, let's say I have four audio tracks, 4 devices. What I would do is I would instead create 5 audio tracks and have everything enabled on track 1, but for each other device, have it enabled on its own track as well. The tutorial recommended just separating them because you can do it in editing software, but editing software shows all the tracks, whereas FFmpeg, while you could merge all the tracks, I'd just rather just do the easy way and have OBS do that for me. Now, if I need to do manual editing, since I have all the tracks separate, I can do that there. But usually, I think OBS is the easy way. So what I would do is, once I do that with FFmpeg, I just crop the time codes without re-encoding, which apparently there's a guide on the wiki for FFmpeg. But what you should know is that, I think there's a GUI though, but it's mostly a command line tool, so it's mostly designed for people who program stuff, and can do it in bulk with videos, instead of using some special video editing software. So the good thing about that is, when I copy the video streams, since I'm doing multi-track audio, I noticed that if you don't specify the tracks specifically, OBS will just select one. So what I have to do is tell it to copy all the other tracks to its own clip. Now I could just copy the video and copy separately audio tracks, but that wastes space. So what I ended up doing is, since the recording configuration is the same and I don't mess with the tracks. So basically I would have track 1 everything, track 2 my mic, track 3 my friend, and track 4 the game, maybe something like that. As long as the configuration is the same and I don't switch the order of the tracks, what I can do is I can copy all the audio streams and then set into each clip. And then when I combine them, just select one track per audio stream. That results in me getting separate videos. I could have one video of me just playing the game, because obviously I used to be a no commentary, but I started doing commentary to see how people like it. And then as I do commentary, I also release a no commentary version for people who just want to hear the game and don't want to hear me rambling on like I'm doing now. Here's the thing though. I mentioned earlier about opinion and stuff in the earlier clip, not this clip, but here's the thing. I do notice a lot of people out there, not gonna say exactly who, but there's a lot of people who one person in particular was focused on game stuff, but then went into drama. And while I'm not really much of a drama person, he was doing stuff that was controversial. Now, while he said he was doing it, he acted like it was great or good. But the controversial things I noticed was that his comments, most of them had hearts. And literally, I couldn't find a single comment saying that he was basically... I couldn't find a single comment saying he was discriminating. So obviously, he must have been doing some sort of comment manipulation. So what he was doing apparently was, he would basically delete any comment that doesn't agree with his point of view and just leave the ones that do. Now, while I'm the kind of guy who believes in free speech, I'm more of a constructive criticism person. So if you're I would actually love to hear your guys' feedback. But as long as you don't go straight up attacking someone just for what they believe, like even if it's completely legal, well, actually, especially completely legal, if they're literally believing that it's okay to hurt, well, obviously I can't mention that, and they go around like it's perfectly fine. Well, even though I don't really support attacking them, but I think you should get the word out there that guys like, if you seriously feel that someone's in danger. Yeah. Now, I don't support attacking people, but while I did leave a constructive criticism comment on his channel saying I disagree, what he ended up doing, he didn't give me a heart, but I noticed within minutes, I had people replying to me saying that I was, well, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I do have some form of a social disorder. I'm just gonna say it's autism, obviously. Maybe you might have noticed that in my videos. And what happens is, while I do, yeah, while I'm not very good social, I tend to be very good with things I focus on. There we go again. No, mic's working. So weird. It recovers. Huh. Just have my headset facing down. See if it works. My hands are tracking, but my headset's really frozen. See, on my screen on my headset is gray. I think the computer's making disconnect sounds. I don't know. Bar just doesn't go up for no reason. I can still. Yeah, there we go. I hear it. Keyboard's lighting up again. Recovering. Boom. So I don't support harassment in in a way, shape, or form. But I did leave a constructive criticism comment on this guy's channel. His fan base proceeded to call me like an idiot, like I was the lowest form of an idiot. Even though I'm somewhat, I would consider myself a good with computers, but I don't consider myself smart. However, I know for a fact I'm not an idiot. And apparently people said that my comment was bad. Mic still working? Good. So people said my comment was like problematic. What's ironic was these people were the ones, while they were calling out a problem, they were mostly the ones creating the problem in the first place. I'm not going to say what it is. Okay? Wow. Due to malfunction, probably just going to reboot again and see if it works. This computer been acting strange lately. I don't think it's my headset though.